Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Wednesday, September 27th. We have all you need to know about a trespasser in a State College home and the closing of a local business.
We also have more on several arrests made this week, along with entertainment, sports, and weather. Stay tuned.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jace.
And I'm Alexis Spilotras.
A Delaware County man is being charged with burglary and assault after breaking into a State College home on Friday morning. Police say that 20-year-old Aiden Malley threatened to kill the family and punched the husband in the face before throwing him against the wall. The wife was able to call police, and when they arrived, they found Malley in the front yard. He is currently out after posting $50,000 bail. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for October 4th.
Pennsylvania is currently facing a nursing shortage crisis. To resolve this issue, nurses with multi-state licenses can now work in PA without an additional state license. Pennsylvania nurses cannot yet obtain multi-state licenses, but the state is currently working on it. This change requires PA nurses to complete an additional FBI criminal background check.
A Center County gas station and convenience store has closed its doors. Snappy's in Center Hall announced that they are closing after over 25 years of business. In a statement thanking their customers, a representative of Snappy's said they will continue serving the Center Hall and Penns Valley community through their partner company, J.J. Powell.
A John Deere dealership is expanding into a new 28,000 square foot facility on Route 322 in Potter Township. The new facility will not only sell John Deere products, but also train up to 30 people at once. This will help employees reach their required 30 hours of training each year due to advanced technology. And now employees from different cities in the region won't have to travel as far for training anymore. This project should be done by the summer of 2024. Fall weather has taken over the college this week, but we might have some hints of summer in our weekend forecast. Tyler Hughes with the Campus Weather Service has the details. Let's take a look.
From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
I'm Tyler Hughes from the Campus Weather Service with your forecast, and let's start by taking a look out our weather window. This is our weather stem camera at Beaver Stadium over the course of the day today. You can see a beautiful sunrise, maybe about 7 o'clock this morning, and then as we went throughout the morning hours, we had a blanket of clouds early this morning that began to clear as we head towards lunchtime and into later in the day. You can see some peaks of blue sky, and after lunch, things dramatically cleared out for a relatively nice afternoon, all things considered. And in our weather headlines, that gradual improvement is going to continue. I think we may reach even warmer tomorrow with some more peaks of sunshine throughout the day. The not so great news is, though, we have an unsettled Friday on the horizon with scattered showers for many of us in central Pennsylvania and a chance for some heavier rainfall in other parts of the state. The good news, though, warming up back to a summer-like feel next week. We're talking about temperatures in the 70s in the 7-day forecast. That gradual change, though, is already ongoing. Check this out. 7 degrees warmer than we were yesterday here in State College. We're 10 degrees warmer in Williamsport already, so that slow warmth is ongoing. We still, though, are below average for what the normal temperatures are this time of year. Normal high temperature this time of year, 68 degrees, and the normal low is 51. So we're slightly below that at the moment, but we'll climb to above average temperatures by the time we hit next week. In the futurecast for tomorrow, notice it's much of a clearer day than today. I think early in the morning we may wake up to some chilly temperatures in the middle and upper 40s in some locations. A few clouds hang around, but nothing too bad. By lunchtime we're up into the middle 60s and close to 70 degrees by the afternoon hours. You can see, though, the rain showers start to arrive on the doorstep of western Pennsylvania by the late afternoon and early evening hours. Now, I don't think the rain showers will arrive for us until very early Friday morning when we time this out here. You'll see some clouds fill in Thursday night, but the rain doesn't get to us until very early Friday. When you wake up Friday, though, there's a good chance there will be some scattered showers in the area. It's all thanks to this area of high pressure we had parked in our area throughout the last couple of days. That's kept things relatively dry, but this area of high pressure will start to retreat as we head into Friday, and that's going to enable some of that rain to slip in there. So I think this area of low pressure here will stay off to our east, means the heaviest rainfall will be centered in the eastern part of the state, but we may see some scattered showers throughout the day Friday. Now, Friday is by no means a washout. However, that chance still exists throughout the day. Clearing out Saturday, though. Saturday looks like a pretty nice day, all things considered. Maybe a few lingering clouds. So how much rainfall on Friday? So this is just one model, so take it with a grain of salt, but it gives you a general idea of how much rainfall we're expecting. And the big story is not much in central Pennsylvania, a little bit more in western Pennsylvania, but the biggest rainfall totals will be in the northeastern part of the state. Scranton, you see here, almost to 2 inches of rainfall, and then through the western part of the state to the Philly metro as well. You could see some higher precipitation totals from this storm. So tonight here in State College, I think calm and cloudy. Will dip down into the mid-40s with a light easterly wind. Tomorrow, a really nice day, all things considered, compared to earlier this week. We'll climb into the middle 60s, partly sunny skies. And when we take a look at the rest of the 7-day forecast, notice we're in the 60s through the end of the week. Then the weekend 70s start to creep into the picture, middle 70s by the beginning of next week. Certainly shaping up to be a much better beginning to the week than it was earlier this week. I'm Tyler Hughes with your Campus Weather Service forecast. Have a great day.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Olivia Dunn with your sports update. Looking ahead to this weekend, Penn State field hockey is heading to College Park for an underdog match. The Nittany Lions are currently ranked number 16, while the Maryland Terrapins are sitting at number 8. Penn State is coming off a tough loss at home against number 10 Syracuse, making the Lions' record 5-4. Senior forward Sophia Gladio delivered the Lions' only goal in their 2-1 loss against the Orange, while graduate student goalkeeper Bree Baracco racked up 8 saves. The Lions and Terrapins will face off at 2 p.m. Sunday. Moving to Penn State football, senior captain Olu Fashanu was named a semifinalist for the William V. Campbell Trophy on Wednesday. The trophy recognizes an individual as the absolute best football scholar athlete in the nation, who also exemplifies outstanding football performance and leadership. The offensive tackle is a supply chain information systems major in the Smeal College of Business with a 3.45 GPA. Outside the classroom, he currently holds 91 pass blocking grade. Hard Rock Stadium, Miami, Florida was rocking on Sunday as the Miami Dolphins destroyed the Denver Broncos 70-20. Tua Tagovailoa completed 23 of 26 passes for 309 yards and had 4 touchdowns in only 3 quarters played. Running back Devon Achane was named the AFC Offensive Player of the Week with 18 carries for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns. Running back Raheem Mostert tallied 4 touchdowns for the Dolphins, along with wide receivers Tyreek Hill and Robbie Chosen, also each scoring 6 points. Miami remains the only 3-0 team in the AFC, while Denver is still looking for their first victory of the season. That's all for your sports update. After the break, John Colavita has the latest details from the entertainment world. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm John Colavita with your entertainment update. 2-time Emmy Award-winning comedian John Mulaney is returning to Penn State for the 3rd time. The former Saturday Night Live writer will take center stage at the Bryce Jordan Center on Sunday, December 3rd. Mulaney was just here last year with his From Scratch tour in September 2022. Tickets for the event will be available starting Friday, September 29th at 10 a.m. on Ticketmaster. You can catch Mulaney in his most recent Netflix special, Baby J, released in April of this year. An instructor from Penn State's Hollywood program will present a free public lecture focused on screenwriting and storytelling on campus. The event is called From Barbie's World to Elf's New York, Exploring Narrative Nuances in Film. It will take place on October 4th at 7 p.m. in the Carnegie Cinema. Deepak Sethi has a decade of experience writing for primetime television on shows like Family Guy and Brickleberry. After a 14-year wait, #1 best-selling author Rick Riordan has finally released the 6th installment of the critically acclaimed Percy Jackson and the Olympians book series. The story follows the original 3 main characters, Percy Jackson, Annabeth Chase, and Grover Underwood, as they take on a new adventure in the world of Greek mythology. Riordan also announced the release of a 7th book in the series, which comes out in 2024. The new book comes just in time for the series to be adapted into a TV show that premieres on Disney Plus on December 20th. That's all for your entertainment update. After the break, interview anchor Lauren Reel will be speaking with Emily Tracy, a student who helps run PSU Barstool and PSU Chicks. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Lauren Reel, and with me tonight is Emily Tracy, a student who helps run PSU Barstool and PSU Chicks. Thank you so much for joining us, Emily.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Welcome onto our show. So just tell us a little bit about yourself, your year, your major.
So my name's Emily, which I totally went over, but I am currently a senior at Penn State. I'm majoring in public relations, and then I have minors in both entrepreneurship and political science, and then I'm a member of the Curley Center for Sports Journalism.
Very fancy. So as I just mentioned, you work for both PSU Barstool and Penn State Chicks. So when did you start getting involved with those accounts?
So actually, through a club I'm involved in, the Association for Women in Sports Media, I was connected with one of the girls that at the time ran the Penn State Barstool account. That was my freshman year. Through her, I interviewed, sent my resume, all that kind of fun stuff, and I've been doing it ever since January of my freshman year. And I started on the Chicks account, and then kind of was on the Barstool team, but not solely posting, it took, I think, until my junior year to start posting, and then my senior year to fully be in charge of the account.
So you said that you originally didn't start off posting. So what was your initial role when you first joined the club?
So when I first joined on Chicks, I was posting, and then through that, we try really hard to work as a cohesive team. So we all, are in one big group chat. We're all contributing to ideas for events, content, merch, memes, captions for pictures, being there when we're video, man on the street, all that kind of fun stuff. So I was part of that collaborative effort.
That's very nice. So really, what sparked your interest? Did you always know that you wanted to get more into social media and be behind the scenes and what it takes to run these accounts? Or is it something that just you came across and you fell in love with?
I think a little bit of both. I think, I'm not going to lie, when I was coming to Penn State, I would scroll through the Barstool account, see all these really cool things that were happening, and in the back of your head, you are asking those questions. Who's running that? How did they get involved in that? How many people? All that kind of fun stuff. And with that, when the opportunity arose to become involved with the account, in my head, of course I'm going to do it. That's so cool to see such a strong, I think the account does a really good job of representing not only the student body as a whole and what people believe in and what people want to do and their ideas and events that are going on and opinions. The account does, like I said, a really great job of that, and to be a part of that and to have influence in that is something I'm really proud to be doing and something that was a no-brainer.
That's really awesome. And you seem very passionate about being a part of the accounts. Can you just explain the purpose behind Barstool and Penn State Chicks and what content they tend to post?
Yeah, so I would say it's definitely a mix of content. It comes from obviously Barstool headquarters as a brand, and then it was in 2015-ish that they launched their college viceroy program, which is basically each account started as each major college, but now there's hundreds of college Barstool accounts around the country for each account, and then the Penn State or the Barstool Chicks account started in 2019, and the Barstool accounts originally started as a place for students to be able, have their funny video posted, to have memes about college life and on-campus life, fun interviews with students about their opinions, what's going on around. And then the Chicks account started as a, female humor account, because I think it's definitely, Barstools tend to be one kind of humor, and I think it's really, really great that we can also have an account that expresses all the fun things that girls do and the things that we find really, really funny. So it's nice to, like I said, be able to represent those and then to have accounts in place kind of for, it's cliche, but for the students, by the students.
So as a student looking in on these accounts, you don't really know how many people are involved, and it sounds like there's big teams. Would you say there's a lot of kids behind the scenes who are helping to create content?
Yeah, so we right now have a team of myself and 6 other people on the main Penn State Barstool page. And then on the Penn State Chicks account, it is 3 other girls that contribute. And in the past, those numbers, it's always pretty much around there. You know, I think the biggest team we've had maybe was 9 students, smallest was like 2. You know, it's kind of always fluctuating depending on when people graduate, when we hire people, all that kind of fun stuff. But for the most part, it is it's a collaborative effort, because when you're trying to represent, I think our main account just hit 200K, something like that. But in all, we have over 350,000 followers. When you're trying to be funny for that many people, find a sense of humor, find jokes for that many sense of people, one person is not going to be able to do that. So it's really, really great to have a team where we can collaborate, can ask each other's opinion. And I think we've done a pretty good job of trying to find students that all kind of have different ideas and opinions to create one account.
It takes a community, and you guys are doing a great job. What does the process of filtering through the submissions look like?
It depends. I would say, obviously, in the summer, we're not getting a lot, definitely. Yeah. But the process is basically me and the other students every morning just kind of scrolling through DMs, seeing what gets sent in, filtering through what's appropriate, what's not. And just at a general basis, what is actually funny? I think it gets hard. You know, everyone thinks anything might be funny in the moment, or it might be an inside joke. So trying to find videos that a collective people will be able to laugh with, be able to understand, which can be a hard task, because, you know, it's, oh, I find this funny, do you? Oh, I don't know, not so much. So I think that can kind of go back and forth. And like I said, obviously we have been kind of tailored as a controversial account sometimes, but trying to make sure we're not on that line too much, and we still maintain appropriateness and the integrity and respect of students.
That's really amazing, and I think your group of people have been doing a great job trying to make really funny and relatable content to the student body. So I just want to say thank you so much for sharing some of that behind the scenes with us all tonight. Thank you so much, Emily, for coming in and telling us more about this time running social media accounts. Coming up next, Jace and Alexa have the latest news from across the nation. Stay tuned.
A Northern Virginia woman is facing a 78-year prison sentence after killing her 2 daughters. Veronica Youngblood received her sentence on Friday after sedating her daughters with melatonin-laced gummy bears and shooting and killing them in August of 2018. Police reports that Youngblood's oldest daughter, who was 15 at the time, survived long enough to call 911 and tell a dispatcher that her mother had shot her. Youngblood attempted to present an insanity defense at trial, but it was rejected.
A tragic incident took place in Central Florida when a freight train collided with an SUV at an unguarded crossing. 5 family members, including 2 teens and a child, lost their lives. The crossing lacked gates and warning bells, with only a stop sign, railroad crossing sign, and the sound of train horns. The reason for the tragedy remains unclear.
A University of Alabama fraternity is facing a lawsuit after an alleged hazing incident. Sigma Alpha Epsilon and others associated with it are accused of fraud, negligence, assault, and battery. The lawsuit says the incident left the fraternity pledged with a traumatic brain injury after reportedly being punched, sprayed with a hose, hit in the head, and told to yell a racial slur. The Sigma Alpha Epsilon National Organization is investigating the situation and says they are cooperating with the university and law enforcement.
3 people were shot and killed in a targeted attack in Atlanta on Saturday. Police report this incident took place on the West End neighborhood around 1:30 p.m. The initial investigation revealed that a man approached 2 individuals and opened fire, with one victim's returning fire. All 3 individuals were shot and suffered fatal injuries. Investigators are currently working to determine the motive behind the attack. The police have not yet released further details. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.